How does the millionaire mind work? What does it really take to be the best in your field? Is there a secret to success in life?
I aim for stuff so big that the dream is bigger than the fear.
If you help other people get what they want, you will get what you want.
The easiest thing I've ever done was to earn $1 million. The most difficult thing I've ever done was to believe it could happen to me.
If you want to have more, you have to become more. Success is not a doing process, it's a becoming process.
You start changing your mind. You start changing how you think. You start picking up new ideas and information. And I'm telling you, if you'll do that, your whole life will change. Don't do this any longer. Wish for a better wind. The key is to wish for the wisdom to set a better sail. Utilize whatever wind it blows to take you wherever you want to go. That is the philosophy I picked up at age 25, and it revolutionized my whole life.
This is Success Profiles, the interview show that features world-changing entrepreneurs, high achievers, experts, and more. Success Profiles was created and produced to inspire and empower you to greatness. If you want to be the best, learn from the best. Now, here's your host, Daniel Fazina.
Hello and welcome to Success Profiles. That's right, I am your host, Daniel Fazina. So excited to be with you today. It is an honor and a privilege to share this time with you, my friend. As always, got a wonderful guest in store for you who I know is going to inspire you and provide some great information on how you can achieve success in your own life. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Success Profiles. You can listen to the archived episodes there. All right, today's special guest is Mr. Evan Money, and Mr. Evan Money is a life coach, and he is a filmmaker and an author and just an all-around inspirational guy. And on top of that, he is happily married. How about that? He's written 2 books, The One Day Diet and Take Action Now, and he's also produced 2 documentary films, Miracles in Action and Words of Art. His website is evanmoney.com and takeactionproductions.com. And it's my pleasure to welcome Evan Money right now on Success Profiles. Evan, welcome to Success Profiles. Thanks so much for joining us.
Daniel, it's an honor, true honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Sure, no problem. Well, it's an honor for me to speak to you. You have a lot going on in your life. You are happily married. You're a life coach, a filmmaker, an entrepreneur, and an author, and you help other people achieve success in their life. So first of all, tell us, what does success mean to you, and how do you help other people achieve that in their life?
Every core fiber in my being is really, Daniel, all about true success. And I equate that as success in your health, your relationships, and your finances.
Great.
Because so often, especially in Los Angeles, this seems to be the capital of what I call one-pillar success. Everybody wants to ignore the other ones and just say, look at my financial pillar, it's so beautiful. And what ends up happening is that pillar outgrows the other ones, things start to teeter, and then eventually you fall off. And we take a list of all the people that have fallen off that. Stars, heard of, nones heard of, but the reality is true success is really having it in your health, having it in your relationships, having it in your finances. And we talked about this off air, but the soundbite answer, right, for success, I really define success as you want to do, and this is a paraphrase actually from Isaiah, but you really want to focus on things that bring you joy, that bring others healing, and bring God the glory.
I love that.
Those 3 areas, to me, that's really success. And then again, it's carrying that over into your health, into your relationships, and in your finances.
So when people come to you, looking for help in any or maybe all of those categories, how do you help them achieve that in their own lives?
I'm glad you asked that. I'm glad you phrased it that way. I don't deal in one area. So if someone says, Evan, just help me in my finances, and it's like, well, it doesn't work that way because everything affects everything else. So no point in someone to come to me that goes, Evan, I just need help in my relationships. And it's like, well, if you need help in your relationships, then you're going to need help in your finances, you're going to need help in your health as well. Because very few people, and again, we go back to the whole purpose of coaching, right? It's like any great athlete, anybody that's won anything, anybody that's done everything has a coach. And so, you got the icons, right? Oh, the Michael Jordans and the Kobe Bryants and the Nadals and all the tennis greats. It can be a single sport. It can be a team sport. It doesn't matter. They all have a coach and coaches.
Right.
Just that simple, and it's like, so why? I love the lone wolf philosophy. Well, it's like, Michael Jordan's one thing, but I can do it on my own. Okay, really? Okay. And so for people that come to me, it's like, hey, let's create, a lot of people think it's about balance, right? People come to me, hey, I need to find balance, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm doing this or I'm doing that, but my health is suffering, my relationships are suffering, or, you can move the puzzle pieces any way around, multiple of those areas are suffering because one's succeeding. And I tell people all the time that, you got to eradicate the lie of balance. The balance lie. There's no such thing as balance. You can only create harmony. And I say that from a musical standpoint. We all have the same notes to work with. Okay. We all have 24 hours. So we all have these same notes, and it's like, how do we want to put these notes together to create a harmony? So my notes that I put together for my harmony may look different from yours, but it's about creating this harmony. So if you're a professional athlete, you have to spend a large amount of time away from your family. So you got to create a different set of music than I do, where I homeschool my children. I have a home office. I got rid of all of that stuff so we could spend more time together. And so my harmony is different from other people's harmony, but it's about saying, hey, what are the notes that I have? How can I make this work and thrive in all of these areas? So that's one thing that I help people with, is getting past the misnomer of balance, because there's no such thing as balance. And you ask anybody that's had newborn children, young children, there's no balance there.
I can attest to that from personal experience, having a 2-year-old myself.
Right, you're living it. You're like, okay. But even before that, when you're in college, let's talk about all the sleep you got in college, right? There's no balance.
Oh,
even if you're a business owner, even if you're working a 9-to-5 job, there's no balance. You're waking up 2 hours before work to get to work, and then after work. I mean, there is no balance anywhere. It's only harmony. So
interesting.
How do I create harmony, whether I'm a business owner, whether I'm a professional athlete, whether I'm an executive, and it's how we put those in all the areas in health, relationships, and finance.
I've never actually heard it quite put like that before, and that balance does not exist. And so many people are looking for balance, so that's a very interesting point. Thank you for making that. Wow.
And I'll just continue on that. It's no wonder that, the biggest industry still in the world today is cocaine, sex trafficking, alcohol. These are all the areas that people go to because they get so frustrated trying to find something that doesn't exist. So, again, how long are you going to search for something that doesn't exist, right? And so, you have to mask the pain somehow. And so there's even in the churches today, I couldn't believe it. I was talking to a young man, and he's in the same kind of situation where you are, Daniel. 2 young kids, barely holding on. It's like nobody's sleeping, and, the mom's looking at medications to take to try to balance her out.
My goodness.
It's not a balance thing. It's like a checkout. Give me something just to check out of here. And
wow.
So often people want to mask that, but once you realize, hey, you're looking for something that doesn't exist, turn your focus somewhere else and start focusing on writing the music that you want to write, creating this harmony, and it all turns around really fast.
So if there's someone listening to this show right now who was looking for balance and maybe has a new idea that, hey, maybe balance doesn't exist, what piece of advice would you give them in order to just find harmony in their life? How can they start working on that?
Yeah, the real key is understanding that just like on all our smartphones, we all have these preloaded apps on our phone. And so, get your device out or whatever. And what's interesting about the preloaded apps is that no matter what you do, you can't delete them. They shake, they move around, but you cannot delete the preloaded apps. And so it's key that with my clients, I help them understand that God has preloaded all of us with greatness. We all have the greatness app in us. And it doesn't matter how many lame apps that we download on top of it, whether it's the failure app the molestation app, the divorce app, the addiction app, the whatever app, all the garbage apps that we load on ourselves throughout life, doesn't matter. The greatness app is still there inside us. And so rather than looking to the outside to find greatness, or I'll be great when I accomplish this, or I'll be great when this happens, or I'll be great when that happens, the greatness is already in us. It's already preloaded. It doesn't matter how much junk we stack on top of it. So it's all about helping my clients focus on how do I let the greatness out that's already inside me. And once people understand that in order for things to change, they must change. In order for things to grow, they must grow. And really looking on the inside and making it an inside-out game instead of what 99% of the world caught up in, which is an outside-in game, thinking somehow the outside is going to change the inside when it never will and it can't. And so they just end up in this doom loop until they can finally realize, hey, it's an inside game.
I love it. That is key, very key insight there from Mr. Evan Money. Evan, thank you so much. Our special guest today has been Evan Money. I'm sorry we're out of time. We could talk to him all day. He's got so many great things to say, but you can find him online at evanmoney.com and also takeactionproductions.com. Evan Money, thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate your time. God bless you.
Woo!
You've been listening to Success Profiles with Daniel Fazzina. Join us next time as we bring you another empowering interview designed to help you achieve greatness here on Success Profiles.
Hi, I'm Kevin McCullough. You may know me from Fox News or Talk Radio. Have you ever wondered or pondered the idea of working for yourself or owning your own business? Using your skills to build a vision or a passion for your own life. Think about it. No boss, no politics, no compromise, no commute, no employees, no discrimination, and no educational requirements. Just building something positive that impacts people's lives. Well, you can get started owning your own energy company for less than $500. Would you like to know how? It's through a great company called Ambit. You can find out more when you go to freepowernow.com. That's freepowernow.com. Or if you're really interested in getting started, call my good friend Daniel Fazzina, an independent energy consultant with Ambit. He's ready to help you get started on a brand new career. 205-55-AMBIT. That's 205-55-AMBIT or freepowernow.com.